Hello everyone, we're going to be going through many different posts on the r/Kurosanji subreddit. A lot of these are going to be drama posts and opinions and allegations and such. Unless there is other proof, take it as an opinion piece and take it as allegations, and I will have as many sources as possible. But if no sources are there, then that means it's just an allegation, a shiitake post, whatever you want to call it. It is to be taken as an opinion. Thank you. Here we have people talking about Q4 reports because we all know that the quarterly reports are something that's very important for every agency, including Nijisanji. You also have Hololive, which worries about the Q4 reports. You have everybody that worries about those reports recently right now, at least, because it will tell your investors, if you're a publicly traded company, it'll tell your investors how you're doing and if there needs to be anything fixed, if there needs to be anything going differently, that kind of thing. So it says Kurosanji's Q4 financial report this June will be very interesting. I think it's probably going to be more like Q3 or Q2. If anything, it's not going to be anything too small, I don't think, because remember, they have the AR Live, they have Virtual Rhapsody, they did that life support one, they did a bunch of other ones that they're popping out with in order to boost their numbers. And it may not be as bad as we think. Of course, everyone wants to be doom and gloom when it comes to Nijisanji. And yeah, I mean, it would be better for them overall if they did poorly, because then that would force them to do something to better the situation. Instead of blaming Selen or blaming someone else, they're actually going to have to take responsibility, because the investors are going to be like, why am I losing this much money? Here's an actual one that wants to predict what's going to be happening. Some people are saying Q4, basically they can't predict it because no one really knows. Correction, some people have it, negative. Some people have it going into the negative here. I don't think it's going to go. They did the funny number. That's what they did. They did the funny number negative 2343, which is Nijisanji. People are kind of doing, it could either be, similar to 3, or it could be, on the same downward trend, keeping it around the same. So yeah, I think this person is probably more logically inclined when it comes to this. Of course, not everyone wants to be logically inclined. For JP, Q4 is pretty much the same. Expect commerce to be slightly lower due to some minimal boycott efforts. EN fans toward JP merch. For EN, however, it's actually rock bottom kind of Q4. Top streamers left, went on hiatus for most of the quarter, so their live stream revenue will be significantly lower. Even though Nijisanji were mass spamming old new merch due to boycott, I expect the commerce to also be significantly lower. One revenue source of any color trapped in for EN would be their events with AR Live and Virtual Rhapsody, which I expect to be negligible. And I don't know really about their sponsors or promotions, but that should be average. Overall, considering both JP and AN with their upper thresholds, I still expect total revenue to be around 7,500 million yen, nothing close to their forecast at 9,750, which if it's not near their forecast, they're still going to suffer. That's what this person's saying. And I agree. It's not going to be near the forecast. It's not going to be doom and gloom, but it still will, I think, be low enough that they will be forced to do things. Here we have the stream charts VTubers in Q1 2024 report being out. Niji and Holo are down according to this person. Indies and Vspo are up. Let's see here. In 2023 of Q1, they had 251 million hours watched. 24.6 of that was Hololive. A chunk of that was Pekora. Kuzuha had a chunk of what Nijisanji had at 23.8%. Independent went 21.7%, and the small companies had their share as well. Now here you have the smaller companies getting more share, as in they have, there's more smaller companies out there. Nijisanji has 19%. Hololive has 22.5%. Independents are getting a larger share overall. They used to be 21.7%. Now they're getting 36%. The numbers may be the same in the case of the hours watched, which you could see in the previous parts that I've covered when it comes to hours. The hours can be the same, but it looks like the percentage of the proportion of it was dropped because the number is much larger. So I don't think it's indicative of Hololive and Nijisanji going down per se. It's just that the overall market is changing, and the independents are having a lot more. So, like this person is saying, it's massive increase and success of indies, lowering the relative part of agencies on the English side at least. Filian, Numi, Lily, Neuro have quite huge watch time, and it wasn't the detriment of Hololive or Vshojo. Like Hololive and Vshojo kept the same amount of, and Nijisanji kept the same amount of watch time, it seems, like hours wise, but the percentage is lower because of the fact that, it's a larger group of people. Q1 2023, 61.4 million, Niji's 59.4 million. Q1, 90.72. So yeah, their actual numbers did grow. So like I'm saying, it's a percentage that dropped. The percentages can be a little bit tricky when it comes to those types of things, because percentages can not necessarily lie, but they can lead you to bad conclusions. My main conclusion of this whole thing is just that the independents are growing slightly, But Hololive and Nijisanji are pretty much keeping the same levels as they had before when it came to the amount of hours watched. Here's someone who has been doing a lot of different videos. Expert Armchair. He says finishing touches being added now, almost double the length of my previous video, and will be out within the next few days or so. Hopefully the render doesn't crash my laptop. They're talking about a feature for Zion. No one's responded directly to this yet, but this says the guy actually got trust in PR lessons that companies have to take note in, especially Nijisanji, because Holy S, they could do something telling what not to do in PR crisis. So this guy knows a lot about PR. He's making a video on the situation with Zion Lanza. I'm sure he's probably going to be talking about things like the dokibird thing, dokibird Selen, especially if he goes on a tangent about PR. That's going to be very good because it's going to be like a bit of a PR lesson for Nijisanji, hopefully. Hopefully they actually pay attention to the lessons that are shown here, if there are any lessons shown there. This is a post regarding Selen's mama. The mama and papa, remember in these situations, are the people who actually went and drew them, the people who either rigged them or drawing, or both in some cases. Like I believe Iris from Hololive had the papa be the one who drew her, and also the one who rigged her in the Life 2D cubism. So the tweet becomes heartbreaking when you realize it was posted by Selen's model artist. The tweet in question is this tweet here, which is any color sent me some sample goods, yay. And the heartbreaking part is that Selen was supposed to be in there. This is Selen's mama. Selen was supposed to be in there, but of course we have the current situation, which is, Selen not being there, unfortunately. It is effed up from Niji's side, especially since Selen's mama was also the one that spoke up when Selen was missing. Feels like a punch to the gut to the mama. Oh, look, we're just going to remind you that your child is gone forever. I just realized this is the AR Live Colors merch, which is also something that Selen was supposed to be in. It's merch for something that Selen's Sent cut from. An original tweet is right here on Twitter. In the meantime, check out Kamise Gogo's other VTuber children, Dr. Nova from V4 Mirai, which I am subscribed to. Currently unnamed member of Pixel Link as well here. People are just realizing it is AR Live Colors merch. Niji would be so cool if Doki's current model gets an update by her. Wonder what Niji would do if Doki asked for a model from them, since they're also a Lyra's artist. They could try to do something, but I honestly don't think that Nijisanji would really get involved in there, or Nijisanji would even know. Whether Niji would be bluffing here or not, believe that Niji Livers have kept the same artist for models, so I'm not sure how the fans would react if Lyra had to get a new model artist. I just hope that if this happens, Doki takes the path that Keisan took, and not Mikineko. The Keisan's 2021 model was drawn by Yaman, who also drew Kiryu Koko's model, but they look different. Mikineko's current model, most recent model, was drawn by Yasuyuki, but they look very much the same. I don't want Doki to be in the mindset where she's trying to recapture the past, but to focus on her future. That's smart, because you focus on your future, you don't focus on the past. That helps you also with your mental state. That helps you fix things there. But it really sucks that they did this to the mama. I don't think it was done by malice, but it was done by carelessness. Either way, if it hurts somebody, it's still not good. Continuing on what we have yesterday for the bug situation, the store bug, for whatever reason, khyo is still in there, and I think it's because of laziness in the whole situation with him graduating. They just decided not to reprogram that portion, or they decided to leave him in there because, whatever, people weren't going to notice. He wasn't going to be sent in anyways, so, doesn't really matter if he's there or not. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm attributing this more to laziness than to any kind of just wanting to make money off of someone who's gone, because most companies really don't do that. Who knows about Nijisanji, but I'm just don't attribute to malice what can easily be explained with stupidity is something that I firmly believe in, and I firmly believe this is probably just stupidity on their end, of them not being very bright in what they do. And right here you have the Illuna. It's random, any one of those. Limit of 40 per customer per order. The product pictured for reference may differ from the actual thing. So at least they put this down here. The product pictured for reference may differ from the actual thing. So they felt that they didn't have to remove him from here. That's probably why they have it still there. For money, of course, already made the merch. May as well sell them. Pulled a Selenium. They asked, but got no answer. They went ahead with the promotion. Spent a Selen long enough for keep her month of membership. NijiJP Roa technically isn't graduated, but on hiatus. Still some merch of her too. So if they actually sell merch, it's still allowed in the sense that it is still their intellectual property. It's scummy. It's not right. But technically, I think they can still get away with it. But I'm still going to call them out for it because that's just lazy. Desperation. It could be any of those things that you want to mention. Saying they're still desperate for cash. It could be an option. Like, that's an option. I'm not discounting the option that they're desperate for cash. And they're just like, ooh, people still like khyo, so we're going to leave khyo in there. My thoughts more are just that it's just, laziness. Laziness and incompetence. Those who graduated good terms are probably paid remaining royalties out to. Selen, it seems like they just went ahead and destroyed any leftover merch out of spite. Could very well be. I mean, we don't know. We're not in that boardroom. We're not in those meetings, so we don't know. For those who don't know, Nijisanji has a part where they basically are telling people, Nijisanji any color, to report any type of mistreatment, any type of, bad stuff going on, defamatory remarks, whatever, so that they can actually get on it and actually do lawsuits and find out who the people are. It works more in Japan than it does in US, but this is, the PR that they have. Hololive has the same thing. Hololive Cover has the same thing. I think a lot of other agencies have the same thing, because no one wants their talents to be, no one that is a good agency wants their talents to be mistreated, and they want to make sure that those people are caught, because it prevents other damages. According to this person, it's just a PR act. At least in the EN branch, I don't think they ever truly make an action to protect their talent, except giving promises. They never protect Mista from that one guy Nina left alone to defend against the NDF. They also didn't help Millie, or Enya in this case, against a certain guy that harassed her in public since last year. In fact, they literally attacked their own talent, Selen and Zion. So yeah, this is all PR stuff. A bit of a tangent here, but I apologize in advance. Their own defamation case in Live Roa, because they actually did a case against Roa, resolved up to 3+ years. They might try, but at the same time, I think it was Roa versus some JP drama VTuber actually. So yeah, they're not going to be able to set an example against defamation, is what this person's saying. So yeah, it's just going to cause more stress and strain to the livers, since they don't seem to be doing so many successes, except for that one recent troll that turned himself in. So they had successes and losses, as I guess it happens in any court case. But this person's saying here that even if they did something, the person would probably get a slap on the wrist, which is not good, because they treat their talents even worse than that. They don't get slaps on the wrist, they get terminated. Someone does a reporting system, they overdo it, print it out, go to the toilet, and do that kind of stuff. So people don't have trust in any color for any of this type of stuff. And I can kind of agree with that. This is more opinion here, maybe drama, whatever you want to call it. It says, with the negative attention they have had on them, financial pressure from not earning as much as they used to, it seems like it's more likely that one or more livers would crack on stream. It's either just $5 are you poor, or complete meltdown, forced to stream end by its staff. I hope not. I hope that the livers are taking care of their mental health enough that this kind of stuff isn't even a chance to happen. Like what this person says, we can hope for the most is them to remain tough, both mentally and physically, no matter what Niji's going to pull off on them. It is Niji we are talking about, so no doubt whatever's going to happen to Niji's incompetent to shoulder the problems, and might end up making the liver's problem, and they'll partially shoulder it or affect the liver's overall well-being. Hopefully not. I mean, if you heard that the company you are in is in some sort of trouble, of course you would feel worried. Of course you would. If every talent that is worth supporting, as soon as they get out of Niji, be sure to give them your support. Because heck, I've been getting nightmares after the Michi tax situation. Nightmares that Niji is taking more and more cut from the livers just to take the stock good out of desperation, making the livers go financially dry. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they're not financially dry by the time they get into their PLs. Ready for the next big thing to happen, especially since the convention thing was announced and Nijisanji's probably on blacklist for a social pariah. Only thing could be worse economically now is if they blackmail a sponsor and it comes out. Yeah, I mean, I hope anything negative that Nijisanji does come out and they get called out for it, which I will do my best to call them out for it. I hope some of them are already made backup plans since the black screen video, because things really is going south. They really are going south. It's a bit of a pressure cooker, isn't it? Definitely legitimately concerned. I'm kind of concerned, kind of not. Will be pushed over the edge, rampant generalized negativity. Definitely more reason for us to choose our words wisely. Of course, I always mention, because of the fact, livers behind them are human beings. Behind them, behind the kayfabe, behind all that kind of stuff, are human beings who have thoughts, emotions, feelings. They may have loyalties to a company you do not like, but the thing is, they do deserve to be able to do their things with their loyalties in peace if that's what they want. They should not be harassed. They should not be made to feel uncomfortable in their own stream. That should not even be an option for people. I know that people are not going to listen. I know that there are going to be trolls out there who will do whatever they can to make Nijisanji feel bad. But in my opinion, that does no good to fix the company if the livers are the ones shouldering the burden and not the company itself. So criticize the company all you want, but just don't be evil towards the livers, in my opinion. The freedom and resources to improve your conditions. Matara ended the stream early to take a bath and do self-care, which is very important for anybody who's a streamer. Anybody who's doing anything, really. Always take care of yourself. Never neglect your self-care. Michimochievee also said, I love Vshojo so much you don't even understand. Like, I feel I can talk about how kind everyone has been for hours, and I won't even do it justice. The talent, managers, and my community have been just so insane. I don't know, I feel crazy. You're making me go crazy. So this is how, when you're treated correctly, you get to do your self-care. When you're treated correctly, your mental health improves. Your mental health improves a lot. Because as you know, it's kind of sad reading Michi's post. Should have been the norm for her to even consider mundane things is amazing. I cannot imagine how toxic the workplace in Nijisanji is. Like why Hololive is striving. It's because they're doing normal, healthy business practices. It's not rocket science. Sure, it may go slower results, but you're in a creative industry. It will always fluctuate. Help ex-Niji livers get the help they need, whether it be support mentally, support monetarily, whatever it is. I honestly do hope that they get that kind of support. Any support. What's also sad is like every Nijisanji, the first workplace experience for Michi, which I recall she was undergrad or fresh grad during her time in Nijisanji. Of course, everyone else who will have their first experience in a workplace or job has certain expectations. No doubt Michi had high expectations, but too bad it's Niji. Like seriously though, how can a company that focuses on entertainment with a bunch of cute anime avatars given life by real talented people that does cute and funny things with bits of singing and dancing literally fail on the most important aspect of a company or workplace even? So yeah, Millie's voice echoing in the distance about how livers can choose to how little or how much they stream. Well, I mean, if they stream little, they're choosing to not do it because maybe Nijisanji is not supporting them. Maybe that's one of those things too. I'm just so glad the talents who are left are much happier compared to how they are when the black company. I am too. That's the main point. They're happier because they're getting the treatment that they deserve. They're allowed to do self-care. They're not forced to stream at certain times, certain hours. They set everything for themselves. They're getting mental health assistance. They're getting all these types of things which are necessary in a big company. A little moment for an Easter egg. If you look very closely to the bottom left, you can see Jared, Michi's mascot, on the bottom left of Kuro's debut lore video. And let's look. We see it right there. It's very, 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 small, but you can see it right there. I don't know if they added it after the fact. They didn't probably because this is the lore video. If this is just a screenshot, someone could have added it after the fact, but if it's actually in the lore video, then that's freaking crazy. That's on Vshojo. Like I pointed out in the original post, if this is true, because like I said, this is a screenshot, could have just been added there. Michi's already planned to join a long time ago. Also, some key parts of her design were already finalized. Makes sense even though Kuro and Matara accidentally leaked their new name while being still a part of Nijisanji so that fans would take notice. I always suspected that Michi was planned to join Vshojo from the start. She graduated or even before that, the same as Mint made to stream again. In my opinion, the talk of them being doubtful is half true and half for hyping it. I mean, it could be very, very much a hype thing. The fact that both Kamigu and Deerskin didn't even try to hide that they're who they are is one of the many probabilities that they plan to join Vshojo eventually. I mean, just think about it. They're still very young, below 30, I presume, and reputation is still at its peak. So yeah, you take advantage of reputations that happen like this. One point, they need to work again, especially Michi after when she went broke. There's no way they could choose a regular job over streaming career. Person has a long one, not sure about Mint. Matara was dropping, hints about Kamigu, really, honestly. She was dropping hints about Michi, yes, the whole time. Mint seemed generally jaded with the whole industry, so it could be that, Mint is not going to be in there. Management's going to hit cautious hero levels of paranoia after this. Each ex-liver joining Vshojo is just bad PR. It's very bad PR, but it's good PR for the talents, bad PR for Nijisanji, which, they always have bad PR to begin with. Now, here's time for conspiracy theories, for opinions, for drama, for rats, whatever you want to call it. Some people are saying that's the NDF, Nijisanji Defense Forces, people who love Nijisanji, that type of thing, that are causing issues for our Hololive right now. The issues that are happening is this. A lot of things are being removed by automod in a lot of cases. A lot of recent things have been happening where pretty much it doesn't seem to be moderated by the regular staff, maybe because they were preparing for Golden Week, maybe it's because they were preparing for other things, and they decided to have automod do most of the modding for them. A lot of different places do the automod thing. A lot of different Reddits and subreddits do the automod thing, so it could just be an automod going insane. Probably a combination of sisters, great general Hana aunties, VTuber anime aunties, and trolls drama baiters. Just like the other guy said, it's like they mix of things, exploiting lack of active mods there, unlike our Nijisanji, which is ran with an iron fist. Probably shouldn't be witch hunting, period. It's not like they don't give us enough material. The post has been removed, so what happened might have to prod cover corp for active mods. It could just be, like I said, it's an automod thing, might have been preparing for the Golden Week that's happening this week in Japan, because a lot of people don't work on Golden Week, but a lot of the livers actually do impressive stuff. They do increasing amounts of streams in Golden Week in Japan. So it could just be a preparation for that, and they just let Automod do its thing, but Automod went a little crazy. That's just my rat in there. It's not necessarily NDF, but it could be just a ton of reports that are getting things auto-deleted because just, they reach a report threshold, maybe, with the Automod. This is a bit of meme time. I know you guys love the memes, so let's take a look at the memes. This one is a meme for Filian. It's basically, they had a Monopoly stream recently with Pippa, Dokibird, Lumi, and Filian. My guess is right here. They made her do something. It's like a batsu, like a actual punishment game type of thing, where it says, I would never eat a tomato. I would never eat Alex Jones. I love blonde people. Would die on a sword for you guys. I would give you my brain transplant with your consent. I am nothing but a simp on track. Kerchow, Lightning McQueen is king. Yes, this is definitely a punishment game for losing, probably for being the first one to lose. Sakana's like, what? Because he doesn't understand the whole thing of this. Filian lost the game and had to do a batsu. Can't you really tell the difference between a regular Filian post and batsu anymore? I think not. Also lost her dignity too. Funniest S ever. Had to disagree with the esteemed Filipino gentleman here. Pippa is the Joe Rogan of VTubing. Kersha is the Alex Jones. It's a batsu probably. Yeah, it's probably a batsu. Continuing with the memes. Wake up Dragoons, the new meme just dropped. From Darkblade 2232. I guess that's another Nijisanji thing, I think. You should bankrupt yourself now. And yes, Doki to Filian for the entirety of the Monopoly collab. Yeah, Filian went bankrupt by the end of the collab. That's one of the things that happened there. Poor Filian got her butt hatted twice by the tomato and the burb skin suit. Yep. And continuing with the memes, now we have the meme for Nijisanji. Remember the people that happened with the Scarle thing? How do you think we got our phones besides, China? My reaction towards Scarle Starbucks incident. What, you want to boycott iPhone and smartphones that support Israel? You effing donkey. Assumes they're really supporting the cause and not just using it as an excuse to attack someone. I remember some actual boycotters saying they wouldn't do such a thing. My high school boycotts anything Coca-Cola or Nestle. Don't stop you from buying them outside. Exactly. Boycott something that's convenient to boycott in the first place. I mean, anyone can survive without a drink Starbucks coffee because there are literally thousands of brands from local and international. They never boycott smartphones or internet, especially X or anything like that, because that would actually disturb them. That would actually prevent them from doing what they normally do every day, which is post on these places. And final one is, I admit I don't watch Shu, but are these his normal legs? Third outfit? Those are some really long legs and really weird proportions. Did they just extend it? Maybe this is a joke? It says, I did actually cross-check the third outfit stream to make sure the VT wasn't pulling my leg. And yeah, they're real. Have you seen the full body with a coat? It's worse. Nope, it's definitely not his leg proportion back in the first outfit. The leg proportions for this one is too off. Whoever made Shu's third outfit, have you learned human anatomy? It's you put your hand to your face, bottom of your palm, to the tips of the fingers should be as long as your face from the chin to the forehead. If your hand, excluding your fingers, are larger than the head, then your hand and your fingers are too big. Also, the human body is approximately 7 to 8 heads tall, depending on stylization. So it's just dragon neck. Okay, it's dragon neck, but for the feet. His neck is not long, it's just dragon neck. His feet are not long, it's just dragon neck for the feet, I guess. That's one way. Oh yeah, Crony also has long legs, but I think they tried to give her. Well, yeah, no, she actually does have long legs. I think that might just be because those are heels, maybe. But yeah, she does have long legs. So that's another thing. Too many long legs. Long man. Yes, long man. Yes, that's freaking big meme that happened in freaking Reddit and everywhere else for a while. It was everywhere on YouTube for a while. But yeah, that's their little meme update. Now we're gonna be moving on. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.